All right, folks, check this shit out. Now we all knew this is only a matter of time before this happened. So I am very pleased to announce, right, that the volcanic eruptions in Iceland that have caused so much dismay and disruption in human air travel is caused by global warming. Now, why would I make such an outlandish claim, right? Following in the footsteps of Danny Glover and other scientific minds around the world. Well, the reason is because no matter what happens, it's because of global warming. Okay, earlier today I saw an albatross, or it could have been a seagull. It's hard to differentiate between the two, with a broken wing. Okay, now I'm assuming that wing was broken as a result of global warming. I just can't prove it, but I got a feeling about it because as far as I know, everything that happens is caused by global warming. If the sun shines, it's global warming. If it rains, it's global warming. If the wave crashes on the beach, it's because of global warming. So no matter what happens, we know what caused it. All right? And we must pay our money to Al Gore because he is going to save the whole of humanity by stopping these volcanic eruptions. Ice cap thaw may awaken Icelandic volcanoes. Oh shit. Glad I don't live in Europe. Check it out. Oslo, Norway. A thaw of Iceland's ice caps in coming decades caused by climate change may trigger more volcanic eruptions by removing vast weight and freeing magma from deep below the ground, scientists said on Friday. They said there was no sign that the current eruption from below the glacier that has paralyzed flights over northern Europe was linked to global warming, right? So they're admitting that there's no signs of that. Okay, and you kind of ask, okay, what's the point of the article then, right? The glacier is too small and light to affect local geology. Our work, right, the work that they're paid and funded to do, this is science, right? No money, no science. Our work suggests that eventually there will be either somewhat larger eruptions or more frequent eruptions in Iceland in the coming decades, said Freystein Sigmundsson, right? A volcanologist at the University of Iceland. Well, obviously, he's a volcanologist in Iceland, so he must know a lot more about magmatic activity than I do, right? So we'll give him that much. I'm just some guy with a fucking webcam. Global warming melts ice, and this can influence magmatic systems, he told Reuters. The end of the Ice Age 10,000 years ago also coincided with a surge of volcanic activity in Iceland, apparently because of huge ice caps thinned and the land rose. Okay, now that's key. We're going to get to that in a second. We believe the reduction of ice has not been important in triggering the latest eruption, he said of I can't say that fucking word. The eruption is happening under relatively small ice cap. All right, so blah, 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 so on and so forth. Now, you know, I'm not a volcanologist, okay? I'm not a geologist, right? I'm not even a scientist, okay? All I have is my high school diploma, which is around here somewhere. But, you know, it seems strange to me, the theory, the idea that the weight, we know that the weight of ice in vast regions like the North and South Pole does affect the Earth as a whole. We already know that. But, you know, understanding that volcanic eruptions happen as a result of pressure as opposed to the absence of pressure, which is what this guy is saying, that doesn't really make much sense to me. Okay, use your rational, basic common sense. Okay, if you take your hands and you smash them together, you're creating pressure. And what this clown would have you, this volcanologist, this scientist, right, would have us believe is the lack of ice, the lack of pressure, is actually what causes a volcanic eruption. When in reality, from a rational point of view, that pressure from above and below would make a volcanic eruption more likely. I don't know, that doesn't exactly work, folks. So you heard it here first. Already, not necessarily being blamed on, but alluding to this huge volcanic eruption, which could go on for months. All right, I was reading from another volcanologist who decided not to play the global warming card, said that this could go on for 6 months. All right, reminding humans that we are all just visitors here, right? The Earth is going to go on with or without us. So very interesting. Ice cap thaw may awaken Icelandic volcanoes. All right? Let's hope that doesn't fucking happen. I also read something interesting the other day about the forecast for harsher winters in Northern Europe. And that's been on the books for years. Okay, so this may actually compound that and make that probability more likely. We are more likely going into an ice age than to experience global warming. But it doesn't matter what happens, all right? Because everything could freeze up tomorrow and it's still caused by global warming. It's absolutely ridiculous. Check it out.